YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? Simple Logic, Big Chris, what's going on? Sammy Mack, what's going on? What's good? Man, nothing. Nothing good. These rates show ain't good, I tell you that. These rates show ain't good. I'm out here in Dallas, Texas, man. These rates out here. If y'all in trucking and you booking your own loads, don't come out here to Dallas, Texas. Don't come out here. You ain't gonna make no money. Don't come out here because absolutely no money out here. I got this load. Dallas Fort Worth always sucks. Yeah. I tell you what, the rates are better than they was when I was at Snyder. Everything is better than that. Because I use Snyder as an index. Right? I use Snyder as an index. Because I came from Snyder. Okay? If I'm doing better than I was at Snyder, I'm doing better. Okay, when I was at Snyder, I was running loads out of Dallas, Texas for $800. 90 cents a mile, $1 a mile. So to get $1.30 a mile, you know, is pretty good if I compare the rates to Snyder. You know, don't come to Texas. Do not come to Texas. These rates down here are terrible. I got this load coming out of Dallas, Texas, paying $1,100. Don't make no sense. Do not make no sense. V-Roar 32 say, grab a load of pottery to Dollar General Light to fix Fredericksburg, PA. I ain't going to PA, man. Nah. The loads don't pay that good enough to go to PA. I would go to the edge of Pennsylvania, like the southern part of Pennsylvania, and then get the hell out of there. Because you would find yourself stuck. I just don't like going up in the Northeast. I'm a Southeast driver. And I like to get to the house every weekend. And so, in order for me to go to PA, I would have to leave out of the house on Monday, going to PA, then go from PA, then go to Ohio, then come back down. And see, it's too late to go to PA now. So, see, like my whole game plan when I'm running my truck, my strategy is to get home on the weekend. Every weekend, I take my 34-hour breaks at the house. And so on Monday or Friday, I'm usually looking for freight for next week. Thursday and Friday, I'm looking for freight for the next week. And I'm getting a strategy together on how to run my truck for the next week. And so depending on the freight that comes out of Atlanta is going to dictate where I'm going to be running for the rest of the week. And so that's kind of how I like to run. Some guys, they don't have no strategy. They just book whatever it is on the board and just run their truck until they get tired and then they go home. Nah, my whole strategy is to be home on the weekend. So it's Friday. I got this load coming back to Atlanta. It ain't paying good, but I'm coming back to Atlanta. I'm going to be home for the weekend. So that's how I like to run my truck. Like I run in a circle. You know, and you know, even though this load ain't paying that good, I'm still gonna do about 5,000 this week. I mean, I did all right. My goal is to do 5,000 a week. That's what I gotta make. I gotta make $5,000 a week. If I don't make $5,000 a week, it ain't worth having your own truck and trailer if you're not doing 5K a week. I know guys who up there running through the house and running these $500 loads and all this craziness, running these short loads, doing $3,000 a week. Man, you kidding yourself. You not even making enough money to stay in business. You're not even making enough money to even run that truck. You're not making enough money to even have that truck. But guys don't get it. They don't do their own taxes. They don't keep a spreadsheet on their truck. So you have no idea what's going on. But I don't want to get into that rant. Y'all know how I feel about it. But you gotta do $5,000 a week. You have to. You gotta do $5,000 a week. You could do 4,500, 46, 47, 4,800, but you need, like guys with their own truck and trailer, you need to have the goal to make 5K a week. You need to be doing 5K a week. That 4,800, 40, somewhere close to 5K, 4,200, 5,200. Upwards of 5K a week, at least. Up north rates are trash. Well, it's not necessarily the rates are trash. It's just the rates are so low to where the fuel is so damn high up there in the Northeast. You got to have a fuel card up there. You got to have a fuel discount program. Now, I can buy fuel out of Pennsylvania at a damn good discount. I looked. Let me look in Pennsylvania. Let me look at my fuel. Let me look at my fuel discount. I ain't really have no plan on what I was going to talk about in this video. My videos are so random. But let's talk about these rates. Because a lot of guys, they don't have a strategy when they run their truck. Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to think of a decent place to buy fuel. Let me see, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Let me see, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, you know that TA off of 81 in Harrisburg? The price of fuel there is $3.59. I get it for $3.18. Okay, that's about 41 cents off. Let me show y'all. Let me take these comments off of here. See the price there? See Harrisburg right there. What's that? 359. I get it for 318. You can barely see. I get 41 cents off. Pretty much the whole state of Pennsylvania, I'm getting 40, upwards of 40, 45 cents off. That's the discount right there. 30, 40, 40, 39, 40. That's still pretty high for me. I just bought fuel. Let me see. I just bought fuel for $2.60 a gallon out of Mississippi. I stopped in Jackson, Mississippi yesterday. Okay. And this is what I paid alone. Okay. This is what I paid for fuel. I paid $420. Now, when they send me the bill, it's gonna be, so the pump price, the pump price is $2.99 a gallon. I filled up. I went ahead and filled up because that fuel is $2.60 a gallon. I get it for $2.60, right? So I get the fuel for $2.60 a gallon. As y'all can see, this is my fuel. This is my fuel card, JH Services. And I fueled up in the Petro in Jackson, Mississippi, right? Now, if I go on here to the thing, Jackson, Mississippi, I get that fuel for $2.60 a gallon. It's 39 cents off. Okay, let me get my calculator. So when they bill me for that fuel, 140 gallons, 0.48 times 260. I'm gonna pay $364. So I'm gonna save about minus 420. I saved $55, $56 on that fill up. You know? And so the point I'm trying to make, when you go up in the Northeast, I done told y'all that discount card, I don't know how many times. Email me at 404trucker@gmail.com. I've seen the information. I told y'all, I already told y'all before. So when you run in Northeast freight, you have to adjust for the higher IFTA and the higher fuel costs because everything up there is high. Okay? It ain't no parking. And so that's the added cost up there, tolls. And so when I'm running down here in the South, I'm saving about anywhere from 40 to 50. I'm showing y'all. I'm doing the numbers right here in front of y'all. I just showed y'all my receipt. I just showed y'all my discount. And so I just filled up 140 gallons. I saved almost $60 on one fill up. Okay? And if you fill up about 2-3 times a week times 3, that's $150 some. That's $100+ And depending on where you like to run at, it could be even more. That's in a week. Okay? Times 52 weeks, that's almost anywhere from $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a year savings. And you know what the beauty about it? I write this price off on my taxes. So when I write off fuel on my taxes, I write this off, not the discount price. Don't tell nobody. Shh. So I get additional savings. So actually I'm getting times 0.15. I'm getting additional $1,300 back on my taxes plus the fuel discount. Shh. Don't tell nobody. So when you're running these loads up in the Northeast, you can't just look at the price. You can't look at the rate on the load. Okay? If you're not getting a good discount to run up in the Northeast, or the price, if the rate doesn't adjust for the tolls, you're not making no money to run the load. You might as well come down here to Texas and run these dollar mile freight. Okay, so let's put it like this. I got this load for $1,100. $1,100. The load goes 792 miles. 792. Hold on. 792 divided by 7.5 miles to the gallon. My truck gets 7.5 miles to the gallon. I'm gonna burn 105 gallons. See the math? See the math right here? 792 divided by my fuel mileage that I get on my truck. I get about 7.5 miles to the gallon on my truck. Maybe 8 if I'm light. If I'm heavy, maybe 7.2 miles to the gallon or something like that. 7.3 or so. But I'm gonna burn about 105 gallons. So I'm gonna take those gallons and multiply it the price I pay for fuel. 105 times 2. I paid $2.60 a gallon for the fuel. I'm gonna spend $274 in fuel to run the load. Plus, I'm gonna try to knock this load out in a day and a half. So I'm gonna probably get home tomorrow afternoon. So I don't necessarily count the weekend, but I'm working. But let's throw it in there for kicks and giggles. It costs me $200 a day to run a truck. So plus another 200, 674. So 1,100 minus 674. I'm only gonna make $400 in profit. $426 in profit. You know, that's just what it is. So, but check this out. I forgot the point I was trying to make. My bad, y'all. I forgot the point I was trying to make. What's the point I was trying to make? 11. I lost my train of thought. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so when you look at these loads, you got to look at the load and decide, okay, is it worth like running in the area? You know, so you got to take into account like all the variables. You know, I don't live in the Northeast, so it don't make no sense to run up in the Northeast, go up there, pay higher fuel, tolls, no parking, then I have to come out of there. Now, if I lived up there, that'd be fine because I just run around in there. But I don't live up there. I don't like dealing with the Northeast. You can't find parking. It's just tough, you know. It's just tough. My fuel game is off. I know my fuel game is always off. MD Chevy boy. MD Chevy box boy. MD Chevy box boy say he don't buy fuel in PA if he don't have to. But here's the deal. If you run 1 mile in the state of Pennsylvania, you got to pay them people. You got to pay them people for running in their state. So you got to pay them people for running in their state. And Pennsylvania has some of the highest mileage rates in the country. They have some of the highest mileage rates in the country. And so when it's time for you to go pay for IFTA and you got to pay 50 cents a mile for the fuel that you burnt in their state for traveling on their roads, you got to pay 50 cents a mile. Don't be surprised when you could have ran down in South Carolina, North Carolina for 20 and 30 cents a mile. You get what I'm saying? If the rates ain't paying you enough, you got to look at that load and say, okay, you got to add 20, 30 cents a mile to the load, you know? But what I've been seeing, the rates to run in the Northeast is just the same as running like in Mississippi or Tennessee or something like that. So what's the point? You got to be careful. And so that's what I tell guys, you know, you got to do your taxes, do a spreadsheet so you can learn where all the money coming from, where your true profit is, you know. V-Roy32 said, last run from Marshall, Texas to Fredericksburg, PA paid me $2,200. 1,300 miles, then bounced from Mount Pocono down to VA for $1,200. Yeah, they ain't bad. $1,200. Oh, I'd say Georgia's 30% higher, so had to, I don't know what you're saying, had my insurance in Texas, $1,200 a month. Yeah, Georgia, I don't know what's going on with Georgia. Georgia's just high, you know, for insurance. I don't know what's going on with Georgia. Your fuel game is off. Yeah, my fuel game is always off. And you say that's a good price. You just got to do what you got to do out here. I don't want to say it's a good price, but I know a lot of guys out here ain't getting a discount with their own authority. So I could pretty much guarantee if you got your own authority, you're not, I know a lot of guys, they're not getting they're not getting 30, 40, 50 cents off. So now if you leased on to a carrier and you got the luxury of having the carrier behind you to have discounts and whatnot, well, that's a different ball game. But see, the difference is I got my own authority and I'm getting a better fuel discount than I was at Snyder. I'm probably beating Snyder fuel discount maybe by 10, 15 cents or so. You know, I talked to some Landstar guys who get 60 cents off. One Landstar guy, he was telling me he get $1 off the pump price. I was like, damn, that's a damn good discount on fuel. He getting $1 off. I talked to some Prime guys, some guys who leased on the Prime. They getting 80, 60, 70, 80 cents off, you know. But to have my own authority and to have a fuel discount program like that, it's good. I don't, you know, it's damn good. Because the thing is, I don't want to hear nobody in here talking about they leased on to somebody, they getting a doggone discount. I'm talking to guys who are independent and got their own authority. If you're independent and you got your own authority and you getting 30, 40, 50, 60 cents off the pump price, you doing good. You're doing real good. William Parker said, who's the fuel card? Yeah, send me an email. I'll send it to you, man. I'll send you the guy. He'll set you up. Well, it's not a guy, it's a lady. It's a lady up over there at EFS, and they'll set you up, and they'll send you the packet, and you set your bank account up, and you start getting these discounts. Fuel game is still off. I know, VR32, I know. Got the NASTC fuel card. Let me tell y'all something about that NASTC fuel card. I don't like that program because you got to pay $250 a year to even be in the program. And then to get the program, you got to go to some seminar or something like that. I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with that, man. I don't want to pay for no doggone discount program. That don't make no sense. I don't want to pay for no discount program. I usually fuel around 45, 60 cents off, but I got my truck leased on to mid-size carrier. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And we got to bring things into context. If you leased onto a carrier, you better be getting a doggone fuel discount. If you leased onto a carrier and they're not giving you at least 20 cents off the pump price, you ought to find another place to lease your truck onto. That's just the bottom line. The Renaissance saying, finessing old Uncle Sam, huh? Fuel on I-81, exit 267, 269. Use my credit card for cash back. Vroom 32. Now, that's another way to get some discounts because I got American Express and I get 3% cash back. So sometimes what I do, I'll check my fuel discount that I get. If I see a place that's the discount is cheaper when I buy the fuel on my American Express card, I'll buy the fuel with my American Express card. But I have to buy a lot of it because the more you buy, the more the discount. So if I would have bought the same fuel with my American Express card, it's $420 times 3%. That's only $12 off. $12.60. 420 minus 12.60. That brings the price down to $407. Divided by 140 gallons, that brings the price down 10 cents a gallon, about 9 cents a gallon. So I'm paying $2.91. That price per gallon ain't as good as my fuel discount that I'm getting. So my fuel discount is still a little bit better. But like I say, I'll use my American Express. I'll get my American Express and I'll look at my fuel discount. Now, if I see a mom and pop fuel stop that's got a discount that's where the price of fuel is like $260 and like my discount program is getting $260, I'll put it on my American Express. I'll go to the independent spot and get that and put it on my American Express because I'm going to beat that discount by another, I don't know, maybe 10 cents or so. And, you know, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. Vroom says you never fill up in PA. I bet you, if you run in PA and you never fill up, I bet your IFTA is high. You have a high IFTA bill. You have a high IFTA bill. Because you got to pay the state to run in their state. You can't be running around in these people's state and not pay them to run in their state. That's just how the game works. So if I were you, I would at least buy 50 gallons to get a shower. So that way you paying them something. You know what I'm saying? And so when you do your IFTA, you're offsetting the miles that you ran in the state for the fuel that you bought in the state, and you offset it because you got to pay these people to run in their state, the taxes that you run across these people's state. So that's essentially what you're gonna have to do, because if you don't buy no fuel in the state that you run in, you're gonna have a high IFTA bill. That's just what it is. Vroom 32 say you pay every state. My fuel savings more than exceed what PA gets for IFTA and PA. I mean, for what I understand, like, if the PA has the highest IFTA in the country next to California. It's Massachusetts, California, and PA. Them three states got the highest IFTA in the country. They got the highest IFTA in the country. I just paid my IFTA cent, $180 to cover PA. But, I mean, you know, you got to pay it either way. But, you know. But if you're looking for cash flow, yeah, you buy the fuel in the cheapest state. You know, you just buy it. Because for cash flow purposes, when you pay your fuel bill, if you pay your fuel bill monthly, because I used to pay my fuel bill monthly. I had a monthly fuel card where I think I had like a $15,000 limit on this WEX fuel card that I had. I still got it, I just don't use it. I used to pay that bill monthly. And see, when you're talking about cash flow on a monthly basis for expenses, yeah, it makes sense to buy the cheapest fuel at the given place that you at. But when we talking about IFTA, you might want to consider, okay, considering the IFTA, you know, so when you buy fuel, but it depends on who you talk to. Snyder is just keeping the rest. It's something that they're doing. Who do I get in contact for that deal? Shake World 15. You caught me? Oh, no, you caught me. Oh, no. What's going on? Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate y'all, you know. Truck stop at $2.99 cash price versus mom and pop's $2.69. That's 30 cents off. Then add points off discount deal. That puts me at 30 cents. Credit card cash back not included. Yeah, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. I have my own authority soon. I can get on your level. Well, you ain't really missing nothing, you know. But you got to understand You got to have goals in this thing. If you're going to get your authority, you need to be trying to get a fleet. If you're not trying to get a fleet, then I wouldn't recommend getting your authority. So if you just want to run one truck, I don't recommend it, because trucking is just like real estate, just like mutual funds and anything else. When you're talking about investing, it's a numbers game. You got to keep doing it. And so like with trucking, one truck ain't gonna save you. You need 5, 10 trucks for it to make sense. And so the more trucks you have, the more money you would make over the long haul. So if you just want just one truck, I don't recommend getting your authority. Keep in mind, I'm pushing 90% of my business activity through that card. I'm getting close to $100 a month cash back. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was using my American Express exclusively. I was getting more than $100 a month cash back. I was getting it about $400, $450 a month cash back, because I was buying all my fuel with it. And I was buying everything at a truck stop. And so on my fuel card, I get 3% back. And so whenever I buy something at a gas station, it counts as a gas station purchase. I would buy tires. If you buy stuff at a Pilot, just about anything, fuel, anything, everything, it counts as a gas station purchase. And so I would spend about $4,000 a month, $4,000 a month, you know, to buy my fuel. That's before I got this fuel discount. So if you spend about $4,000 a month, which is easy to do, that's $1,000 a week in fuel, times 3%, you know, that's anywhere from $100 to $200 a month. You know what I'm saying? If you're buying all this fuel, you got to buy a lot of fuel to get the money back. Every time I look at my statement, that number, man, it was ridiculous. How is it maintain a relationship with regard being a truck driver? You just got to find somebody. You got to find somebody that's got a good head on their shoulders. And you got to find somebody that's, when you talking to somebody and you trying to build a relationship with somebody, you just got to let them know you're a truck driver. Okay? You don't want to paint this picture that's not realistic. You know, so if one of you guys are truck drivers, and I know some of you women that watch my videos, if you are a truck driver, you just got to tell that person and just be honest with them. You're not trying to deceive nobody. You're not trying to be mean or nothing like that. You just got to just tell them, like, look, I am a truck driver. What that means is I'm not going to be home every day. Sometimes I won't be home every week. And I mean, it's nice now that I got my own authority. I can be home whenever I feel like it. But you got to keep a balance of business and personal life. So it's at the same time, I can be home when I want to, but at the same time, I got goals. I got stuff to do. I'm trying to build a business. I'm trying to build a fleet. I'm trying to buy a rental property. I'm trying to invest. In order to do those things, I need money. I'm not going to make money at the house. I can't make money sitting at the house. I can't do that. And so that person has to understand that realistic thing, getting into a relationship with you being a truck driver. And so they got to understand, if you don't have a predictable schedule. You don't work at a bank. You don't work at 8 to 5. And so there are going to be times where you can be like, I won't be home this weekend, or I won't be home this week. It'll be the spare of the moment. It's going to be last minute situations. And that person has to be very flexible and has the reason of something about that person just have to be reasonable about them to where they understand that, okay, this is who they're dealing with. You don't want to paint this unrealistic picture that, okay, yeah, one day I'm going to be home one day. And no, you are a truck driver. That's what you do. You go state to state, city to city. You're not going to be home. And so they have to understand that. If they can't deal with that, they need to address that right then and there. Because you don't want to get 5-10 years into a relationship and then that person becomes bitter and they start acting funny and they cheat on you and all this other stuff going on. And it's just like, well, I was a truck driver before I met you and I'm still a truck driver. That's not my fault. I told you what was going on in the beginning. And you just have to establish that in the beginning. You don't want to be playing games with people. And so you don't want to be forcing nobody to deal with nothing because you don't have to deal with it. Don't deal with it. It's nothing you have to deal with. This is life. This stuff in life. You can pick and choose what you want to deal with. So if they can't deal with you being away from the house, that's just something they need to address right then and there. And so that's like the shit of life. We can't have everything we want. It's just what it is. That person has to understand that you are a truck driver, and that's what it is. You're gonna be gone, and you're gonna be working. That's the pro and the con. That's the pro and con of trucking. It's a wonderful industry. It's a lucrative industry. It's plenty of work available in trucking, right? If you're a hardworking person and you got goals in your life and you want to obtain some things in your life, you want to buy a house, you want to buy real estate, you want to start a business, trucking is the place to do it. But if you want to sit home all day and watch People's Court, trucking ain't for you. You get what I'm saying? So, like everything in my life that I've obtained in my life is because of trucking. So I'm very proud of my industry. I love trucking and what it's got to offer. It's a lot of opportunities in trucking, and so I got money in the bank from trucking. I met friends and people in trucking. I have real estate because of trucking. I have paid for cars because of trucking. I have a lot because of trucking. My sense of me being a man, all due to trucking. It's like, of all the jobs that I had in my entire life, trucking is the best job I ever had. It's the best job I ever had. Given all the BS that I have to put up with, I love trucking. And so this is the only thing I got. And so like that person just has to understand that, hey, when it's time for us to spend time, we're going to spend time. But when I'm out here on the road, I'm going to be gone for a while. And so, that person just, they have to, be willing to deal with phone calls, Skyping from time to time, and spare in a moment situations, random situations, random cancellations of, oh, babe, I won't be able to be home because the truck broke down. Oh, babe, the shipper receiver on the load, they taking too long to load me. I won't be able to be home. I mean, all the random crap that deals with in trucking, they have to be flexible, And so I'm loaded.
Hey, I had to start one skill on the very, very back double.
Okay.
Because if I try to put it sideways, you will not have enough room to
close the door.
So you got one skid like on the back. I don't know. It should not go nowhere.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to strap it or put a strap, you can.
Okay.
It's your call.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get back there and look at it. I appreciate it.
Your friend sign your name there.
Okay.
Like I said, that was taking so long because we were trying to put that last skid in.
Right. Just that one copy?
I need those two. Yeah, I need those 2 pages. Yeah, I need that.
In the back?
Yeah, I need those. And this should be yours.
Okay.
Okay, you're good to go.
All right, appreciate it.
If you want to pull right around there, you can look at it or how you want.
Yeah, this guy got to get in here. Email again, please. You know my email, 44truck@gmail.com. Yeah, room 32. I don't get your handicap, but I don't get what you mean by being handicapped. Because, you know, I mean, because I can pretty much buy fuel in just about anywhere I want to. I probably got about 5 or 6 fuel cards. It's just one particular fuel card that I use most of the time. I got a bunch of fuel cards here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 fuel cards right here, and then I probably got 2, 3 more sitting around somewhere. They probably scattered all over the truck because they, you know. But I got to pull over to the side over here because there's another guy trying to get loaded over here. But yeah, I don't get what you mean by being handicapped, but you know, that's the beauty of having your own authority. You can do what you want to do. You do what you want to do. I'm gonna finish this video up here, and then I gotta go close my doors. Trucking is the easiest money I ever made. That's what I'm trying to tell them. By handicap, I mean truck stop prices are already high. It's like getting 20% off sale, even though they jack the price up. Yeah, I get what you're saying, because the truck stops, they sell you on all this other bullshit, like, you know, free coffee, showers, and, you know, having a shop on the property and all this other stuff. But then they turn around and charge you back for all the other stuff. Like the showers, like getting free showers. Unless you're a company driver or leased on, showers are not free. Because if you're an owner operator, you buying that fuel, you paying for that shower. Now, if you're a company driver, you're not paying for the fuel. So, the shower is free. But if you're a company driver, you paying for the fuel, because even though the truck ain't yours, you a company driver, you work for the company. So all that work and labor that you're doing to run the load, that customer's paying for the freight. And so your work and labor is paying for the truck, trailer, your boss's salary, the CEO salary, the fuel, the retirement plans, and but I don't want to get into that, but y'all get what I'm saying. So it is what it is out here. I mean, I get a fuel discount at TAs. And so the fuel discounts, all the fuel discounts is all TAs and Petros. And so sometimes I consider the fact that I'm getting a discount because I'm getting a free shower, you know, because I'll get a free shower. I can do a whole lot of stuff in one spot. And so if I go to an independent place, I have to go there and get fuel. Then I got to make another stop to get a shower. Then I got to make another stop to get some over here done. So if I need to get a tire fix or get a PM done, I can go in there, get fuel, get my load scale, go around the back, get a tire put on or get a PM done all in one stop. I can get all that done within 2 hours, right? And so sometimes going to a big truck stop chain, it's a catch-22. You know, you go to a small mom and pop, a lot of them don't have the fuel price. And, you know, so like going to independent fuel stop, right? Their fuel price isn't posted and you can't really depend on their fuel price. Like when the fuel prices that I get, they come to my email. And I know the fuel price before I even get there, so I can plan my trip. It's hard to plan your trip when you go to a mom and pop because you don't know what the fuel price is going to be until you get there. And so when you get there, then you find out, oh, it's up 15 cents. I should have fueled up at the TA. And so when you running a business and you got workflow, all that workflow going on, you need to be able to plan ahead to save time. And so when you booking loads with brokers, it's things that you got to do when you running your truck. It's like, okay, I got to call up these brokers to get some loads on my truck. And so once you call the brokers up, it's like, okay, I got my load booked for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I got to plan my fuel stops. So I get on my phone, my tablet, I got to plan my fuel stops. I got to figure out, okay, when I'm going to stop for fuel, okay. I got to stop at Walmart to get some groceries. I got to, you know, it's all these things you got to do as a driver to run your truck. And sometimes, even though stopping at the mom and pops may save you a few pennies, but then it's out of the scope of your workflow. You want a consistent workflow, something you can plan with. And so getting a fuel discount through a vendor that's going to post the price and it's going to send you emails straight send you email with all the prices. Then you can plan and say, okay, I'm going to stop here in Mississippi because the fuel price is this much. And say, it's like, okay, I'm going to take my DOT break. I'm going to take my 30-minute break at 2:00. And I'm going to stop here at this fuel stop. And then I'm going to get my tire fixed. I'm going to get a shower. You can plan. But that's a lot of times guys don't look at the whole totality of running a truck. When you running a truck, this is all the stuff you got to deal with. And so I got to call up brokers and book these loads. Okay, I got to look for a fuel stop. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. And then you might have some stuff at the house you got to do. Okay, you might have to pay some bills. You might have to, you know, because some got to plan these stops so it makes sense. When you got 600 miles to run down the road and it's like, okay, I'm going to run about 6 hours. I'm going to fuel up at this spot. I got to go log online so I can pay these bills. I got to pay the light bill. Okay, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to call up these brokers. You know, I got to get these loads on my truck. Okay, I got to plan the truck out. Okay, I got to play, you know what I mean? And like, sometimes going to a mom and pop, you can't always do that because a lot of the mom and pops don't have fuel, don't have showers. Some of the mom and pops, they don't have a shop. Some of them, you end up stopping 2-3 times. And like, if I can do everything in one stop, sometimes the big truck stop things, the big truck stop chain saves some time. I can scale my load if I got to all at one spot. I can get a tire fix, get fuel, get something to eat, get all that done at one time and leave. You left IT for trucking. You got burnt. Revore 32 say, wife says I'm much more pleasant to be around and we have no debt. Y'all talking about something else. Right? I agree with you, Vor 32, because I went to school for engineering and I seen like what was happening. And I'm saying you can't make no money in the IT field. However, it's very tough because you got these people coming from overseas that's doing, you know, the job of a $200,000 salary, $150,000 salary for 50,000. You know what I mean? And like they coming, and I agree with you, and I seen it firsthand. I went to school with guys, you know, they graduating with a year contract with an IT firm, you know, making $130,000 right out of school, and then I call him a year or two later. He's like, man, I can't get another contract for 130 no more. He got to take less money. You know, he got to take less and less money because you got these people coming from overseas taking, you know, this is like trucking, man. It's watering down the business. You know. Do you own your truck with the IT money? Void 32 said, got him a 98 Volvo, paper logs. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, because if you get, I think if you get like a 2002 or older, you're exempt from the E-log, mandate. I forgot what number it is. It's 2002 or something like that. A 99 or one of them years you exempt. But Void 32, what's the exemption on them paper logs? I forgot what the years is. Put it up here in the comments. Must be 99 or older. Yeah, it's 99 or older. But you just can't run to California with that truck. Ain't nobody going to California, no way. If you live on the East Coast, you don't need to go to California. You don't need to go to California, man. But hey, let me see what y'all talking about here. I'm gonna try to hit up these last couple questions. Hit these last couple questions up in this video. We got a good hour in. Hey, Miss Pearl, how you doing? Appreciate you watching my videos. If y'all want to support a lady trucker in trucking, y'all stop over to Miss Pearl's channel. Her name is Miss Pearl. She's a lady driver. Last time I checked, she was a local driver for Swift, I think, the last time I checked. But she talk about all kind of subjects. All kind of stuff. Like it ain't necessarily trucking business, so to speak. It's more on the lines of like just vlog, you know, daily in the life of a truck driver type stuff, you know, day-to-day stuff, you know, regular everyday stuff. But y'all check her channel out, you know, support the lady drivers out there. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.